You've probably heard phrases like "go west, young man," or "the grass is greener in the mountains." But what happens when the grass is carefully nurtured by locals who'd rather not share it? If you're considering a move across the United States, some states might give off the impression that they prefer things to remain unchanged. You might sense this in the form of subtle comments, a cold glance when locals find out you're from out of state, or even through social media posts. Don't worry though. While these states might not immediately roll out the welcome mat, they often have plenty of perks that could make you reconsider. Today, we'll look at 10 states that tend to be a bit more reserved when it comes to welcoming newcomers. Let's dive in. First up, number 10, Montana, also known as Big Sky Country, is so sparsely populated that you could drive for miles and only encounter wildlife. If you're driving with out-of-state plates, the wildlife might be your best shot at friendly interaction. Montana's locals are often busy with their outdoor pursuits and enjoy solitude. The Rocky Mountains offer stunning views, but making connections here can be difficult as residents prefer keeping to themselves. If peace and quiet are what you're after, Montana might be a perfect fit. However, if you enjoy socializing and prefer not to be isolated, it might not be your ideal place. And if you're not fond of cold weather, get ready for brutal winters, which locals will happily remind you about. Next, Wyoming, with its stunning landscapes like the Grand Tetons and Yellowstone, attracts those who appreciate wide open spaces and natural beauty. However, it's not the easiest place for newcomers to settle. Locals value their privacy and tight-knit communities, making it difficult for outsiders to break in. Many residents prefer the quiet of rural life and may be cautious of city dwellers moving in. The state's low population and remote feel mean that social life can be limited, and those used to urban environments may feel isolated. Wyoming's harsh winters also add to the challenge, as locals are accustomed to extreme weather and may be less inclined to welcome newcomers who aren't prepared for it. Wyoming's harsh winters also add to the challenge, as locals are accustomed to extreme weather and may be less inclined to welcome newcomers who aren't prepared for it. While Wyoming offers no state income tax, the lack of urban amenities and slower pace of life might be a challenge for people used to more vibrant social scenes. In short, while Wyoming offers beautiful scenery and tranquility, newcomers may find it hard to adjust to the state's more reserved culture. Idaho is widely known for its agriculture, particularly its famous potatoes, but don't expect to slip easily into local social circles if you're from outside the area. While the state offers a small-town charm, residents have deep pride in their roots. To integrate, respecting traditions like fishing and local customs is key. A tip: it's best to tone down your enthusiasm to avoid standing out too much. Number 7, Alaska, known as a rugged wilderness with vast expanses and a low population. Many residents are skeptical of newcomers, especially those who are unprepared for the challenges of life in such a remote state. The impressive scenery is alluring, but to become part of the community, you'll need to prove your ability to survive in harsh conditions. Alaska values resilience, and newcomers need to show they're up to the challenge to gain acceptance. Number 6, Utah, home to some of the country's most awe-inspiring national parks, but its residents can be quite reserved towards newcomers. While outdoor enthusiasts will find plenty of activities like hiking and rock climbing, locals may be slow to warm up to outsiders. It's best not to share too many of your urban preferences or discuss sensitive topics, as some residents might view newcomers as a source of problems. Next, New Hampshire, with its picturesque landscapes and strong independent spirit, may make it difficult for newcomers to feel fully at home. Locals take pride in their heritage, and newcomers may face resistance if they suggest changes or challenge the status quo. While the lack of state income tax can be appealing, it may be harder to build relationships with locals who prefer keeping their circle tight. North Dakota can feel like a state that isn't exactly eager to welcome outsiders. Its harsh winters and vast open spaces provide a sense of seclusion that locals cherish. If you're accustomed to milder weather or fast-paced environments, adjusting might be challenging. The state's slower lifestyle and rural charm might be appealing, but it's not for everyone. If you're seeking nightlife or vibrant social scenes, you might be disappointed. At 3, Vermont's charming towns and beautiful landscapes that draw many visitors, but locals can be cautious when it comes to newcomers who want to settle in. While the state is welcoming to tourists, residents tend to keep their communities tight-knit. If you plan to live here, understanding and respecting local traditions is crucial, as locals might view suggestions for change with suspicion. Number 2, Hawaii. A paradise for many, but its residents are often cautious about newcomers. Many locals long for a time when the islands weren't as heavily affected by tourism. While the natural beauty is undeniable, fitting in requires more than just enjoying the scenery. You need to respect local customs and traditions. The high cost of living may also give you pause, but those who truly embrace the culture can experience the beauty of island life. And number 1 on our list is Texas. It ranks as one of the most protective states when it comes to preserving local culture. While the state's size allows for diverse lifestyles, locals are deeply proud of their heritage and traditions. If you're planning to move here, be prepared to navigate both vibrant urban environments and strong local customs. Texans are known for their hospitality, but if you want to integrate, you'll need to respect the Texan way of life and show an understanding of local values. So, there you have it. These 10 states might not immediately embrace outsiders, but each has its own unique charm. Which state do you think is the most welcoming? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the ones suggested next. Have a great day, and always keep exploring.